Hey everybody, look on the screen. You see a young lady here. She has her box. Why? Indicative of the 2023 layoffs. So here's an article here. Says Texas companies have laid off more workers than 48 other states. Quick read. And I do want to say, remember when a lot of people, people were basically uprooting their lives to move to Texas, Florida for all the tech jobs. Hey, they're coming to Austin, St. Petersburg. Oh yeah, rents went up, everything. So the article states Texas employers have laid off at least 4,625 people in 2023 so far, according to figures collected by the public policy nonprofit Civic Metrics. Only California has seen more laid off workers. Only California has seen more laid off workers year, with 11,331 people being dismissed by companies within its borders, according to Civ Metrics. However, it's likely that these totals actually represent an undercount of the true number of layoffs in Texas. The nonprofits list only includes those layoffs covered by the WARN Act, a federal law that requires companies with more than 100 employees to report cutbacks to their state governments. In other words, those laid off from smaller, non-WARN Act companies aren't including in Civic Metrics. So we already know that number does not encompass all the layoffs. It doesn't. And let me tell you, I've gotten calls from friends in Texas, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Six-figure earners. Get a little silence. I'm like, are you okay? And you already know what's up. The job is laid off. Hence, as in this picture, the chick with the box. Now, look at this at the bottom on the rudder. For a sake of the video, this is not in real time. This is from Friday or maybe Thursday. The pricing you see on the screen, it is so not accurate. So the video is not about this. This is not in real time. It's not accurate. This is like Friday or Thursday. Today's Sunday. Okay. So if you're looking at here going, oh my gosh, I'm making money. Oh my gosh, I'm losing money. Don't trip. All right. This not accurate. I want you to see at the bottom of what Jamie Dimon said of JP Morgan. JP Morgan, and let me, CEO Dimon tells CNBC he expects interest rates to reach 6%. 6%. So the interest rates are going to what? They're going to increase. It's going to cost more to borrow money. Remember all those jobs? People are hiring, they're moving, rearranging their lives, working from home, being remote. And now it's over. And people say, look for another job. Of course. It's hard to find replacement jobs in the tech sector. Very hard, because guess what? A lot of them they're laying off. Nobody's like, okay, come over here, we're hiring. And if you do look upon one, you're going to be surprised. The news flash, because guess what? The pay, more than likely, even if you can find one, it will not be the same. AI is here, not just for the lower wage worker. It's here for the professional. They said last year on Squawk Box, it's going to be a lot of layoffs for the white sector, the white collar worker, and it's here. And when you have your lifestyle where you are living, I did a video on it. People making $100,000 up to $250,000 annually, living check to check. living check to check. In Texas, I believe unemployment pays what? Is it over $400? I think like $489. I'm not mistaken what the person told me what it pays. Let's just round up. I'm gonna say 500. How are you gonna maintain your lifestyle if you've been bringing home maybe let's say $3,000 a week, and now here's your unemployment check? Life is going to change. And I will tell anybody, I understand, want to be positive and keep hope alive. You got to be realistic. You have to be realistic. And that's why I want to do this video. The layoffs are not going to stop. As I keep saying before, sometimes people, when we interpret information, we process things differently because, of course, we have different experiences. And as I tell my friend, when you look on the screen, on the road or on Wall Street, and you see a whole lot of green, okay? When you see a whole lot of green in your company, don't think, oh, yay, we're in the green. Ooh, we're doing great. No. A lot of times, that green on the screen, it can happen more so when you have layoffs. So that's for the interest of the shareholders. They're like, oh, good, we're going to go ahead and trim the fat. That's less money going out. That doesn't mean for you, because you work at a certain company, there's green on the screen. Oh, great. No. A lot of times that happens after they announce layoffs. Why? The shareholders. As I said before, no one's going to sit up here. You see red? Yeah. No one's going to sit up here, these companies, and bleed through cash just to feed you and your family. Sorry, not sorry. That is a reality. So like here. Oh, that's my company. Just an example. You see green on the screen, you think everything is fine. No, boo. That's for the shareholders. Maybe when you see red on the screen, hey, if it's me, that's good news. Why? I'm shorting. So it's like, you really can't look at your company and say, oh, we're in the green. I'm like, you might want to kind of think about that. That is for the shareholders. Now, the other thing I want to mention is this. Again, all those people left going here, going there, and you look up, it's like it's a nightmare. Now, all of a sudden, you've moved here, there, you can work remote, and now you've been remotely let go. One thing I would ask of you to consider, I understand, want to keep hope alive, and I hope everyone's going to be okay. But one thing not to do, and I'm not acting in the capacity of anyone's financial advisor, nothing like that. But as a friend, again, for entertainment purposes only, common sense, what not to do is to sit up here if sometimes learn from the mistakes of other people. For example, this has happened. You may have heard about it. You have 3 generations under one roof facing homelessness. How is that? I can tell you how. You have a parent in their late 50s or so, 60s. But this here was late 50s, I believe. Oh, the kids lost their job. They come home and stay with mom and dad. They've lost the apartment or whatever, house, kind of whatever they had for their dwelling. And they're here, and now they've got the car note. Can't lose the car because guess what? They're going to find another good paying job and be able to make it. Okay? Meantime, the breadwinner, only one breadwinner, and that's the father. He's paying the house note. He's paying his car note, wife car note, the electricity, the food, everything. And he's now paying for his adult child's car notes and insurance and his insurance. The adult child, sometimes you have to take a job that you don't want to make something happen. Don't let people put you into the poorhouse. So guess what happened? The father lost his job. The one that's carrying everyone, that's carrying all of that, he lost his job. Guess what happened? He cashed in the 401k. It's harder, believe it or not, for older people. Guess what happened? In 3 years, paying all these bills and They should have gotten an apartment, and it's hard. In 3 years, guess what? Went to their 401k. And you think about it, I'm like, huh? I said, okay, just think about it. What if a person has $100,000, okay? That's easy to go through. If a house note is about $3,000 a month, that's 36. Let's say if it's 2,000, that's 24,000 a year. You're paying out that 401k. You're paying your house enough to live out of it. Then you're paying for car notes. You're paying 3 car notes. Yours, your wife, your kids, grown adult children. You're paying 3 car notes. Plus you have insurance, health insurance. You have food and utilities. You have gas, insurance. So you can easily see $5,000 or $6,000. Easily 4 coming out. 12 times 4, I think, is 48. That's 48,000 a year. 48 times 2, let's see, 96,000 a year. So within 3 years, whatever he had in his 401k, I don't have the exact number, this is just an example, it was gone. Fast forward, what happens? Honey, no one has a good paying job. Fast forward, he did not find another job, replacement income. They spent all the savings and the money from the 401k, and now they're losing the house. That's how you have 3 generations facing foreclosure, eviction, and where the heck are they going to go? The grandparents, the mom and dad, and then they have kids. So can you imagine the stress and frustration? 3 generations. When I heard that, I'm like, what? Yeah, burn through cash. People don't do it. You got grown kids at home. Well, I'm too good for this job. I don't want to do that. Sometimes you have to go ahead and amend your life. Oh, you have to. I amended mine big time, and I can tell you one thing. I downgraded it big time, even on my own temporarily. People say, "Oh, you should do this." You can afford to do this. Why are you doing this? No. You can do this. Maybe I can, but I didn't. I did what I wanted to for peace of mind, and I don't give a darn what anybody say. I have one vehicle. It's 20 years old. Now that's like I kind of fixed it up, so that's different. But still, even if I didn't, and that's the one that I love, so that's different. I'm kind of a tomboy. But even if so, if that was my only vehicle and I couldn't fix it up, if you think I'm gonna sit up here and be all out of money and stressed out because guess what, been there, done that, well, yeah, wasn't in love with it. No, you have to make sacrifices. Some people don't want to. Even when I was making nice money, I got to the point I'm like, got to do a little bit more than, having a good time. Think about my own future. Start investing. So some people, don't let people pressure you into running through your money. In situations like that, it's time for, after you kind of gauge it, it's time for a hell of a family meeting. There's no way in hell, especially at that age, if I was late 50s or whatever that man's age was, I'm not going to cash in no 401k and run through it for all of this right here. We're not doing it. Everybody going to have to get a job. I don't care if it's a job saying, hi, you want that burger well done or, medium rare. You have to make plans. Don't let anybody have you run through your money like that. Just don't do it. So now the one breadwinner, you got to be kidding me. Facing foreclosure, and there's no money left, no savings, no 401k, no money left. Note to self: when things get hard, you have to really and truly, sometimes after you kind of wait it out, you see a couple of months things aren't changing. It's time to do something different. It's time to do something different. One of those cars may have to go. One of those vehicles may have to go. Well, I can't do that. I don't like that. You like being homeless? And that's what people don't want to do. Just imagine. What if that's all you've got? And many don't have that. What if that's all you've got is sitting in your account, everything? You got $100,000, that's your 401k, that's what you got. Then all this come up on you. Your job may end. Make sound decisions. When people come to you with their help, do not let people put you into that rut. I'm serious. They may have to sometimes get a job if they don't want. Flipping a burger, go buy a burger, they're going to have to do something. Because why? People get into this, oh, it's going to get better. That's what we tell ourselves. But in reality, for some people, it's not. It's not. Oh, I wrecked my Tesla. And then a person want another Tesla and can't afford 100. Tesla don't do IOU, and they don't do bank financing. Go buy it online. Go in the store. Unless they changed it the last couple of months, because that's the last time I've been to it. No, sweetie. Put in your debit or credit card number for a payment. Elon doesn't do IOUs. Let me get some financing done. No, you pay right there. I know a person like that and trying to hold on to, no, I had Tesla before. I gotta have it again. Don't have the money. You're not gonna get one, honey. You're just not. You're not gonna get one. Cute little preference. Aww. You in love with Tesla. Well, you had an accident and yours is torn up. You're not gonna get another one if you can't afford it. What am I gonna do? Find another vehicle. So note to self. Like this lady on the screen is packing her box. A lot of people are having to pack up their lives. And they said it all last year. More job because I sit on the channel because that's what I'm hearing. This is where we are. But again, I would tell anybody, when you're facing a situation like this here, I am not the expert, of course, not far from that. But you can sometimes learn from the experiences of others. Don't get yourself in a situation where you got all this money just going out, 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 out. And then look up. Can you imagine? The one thing your savings, one thing your 401k, the house is not paid for. And that's how you have 3 generations facing homelessness. When people come and stay with you, I would say maybe give it 2 or 3 months. After 3 months, we see the same thing. There's no change. Unemployment benefits don't last forever. American worker, I don't know where your help is. Now, we are paying for the pension. The good news is this for Ukraine. We're paying for their pensions. That's the good news. The good news for you is there is no good news. But either way, we're going to pay for their pensions. You have to think for yourself. You have to. And if you're H1B, those individuals, workers, you got 60 days to find you another job. 60 days to find you another job for the H1B visas. If not, looks like you're going to be heading back home. What about my car? Looks like you're going to be heading back home. But I have a condo. Looks like you're going to be heading back home. I just bought a house here. Again, looks like you're going to be heading back home. Life is very fragile. Life is very fragile. So like her with this box, this how people are with their lives. Over here with your box, with your job, with your living situation. And let alone inflation. And I don't see any help for the American. The same old benefits as before. And then with this war, more money, billions of dollars gone again. And you came back down and got to stay the course. Not millions, billions, and more. Billions, hundreds, gone again. This is crazy. Where are the tax dollars going to come from? That debt ceiling is going to be getting up there, isn't it? So yeah, this is where we are, people. Life is very fragile. Try to stay calm, even in traffic. I tell myself that because you have no idea what people are going through. You see a person that's sitting at the light, I try I make it like a doot, doot, doot. A little bit like, hey, come on, go. Some people, their lives are just ripping apart at the seams. Some people, somebody got a nice, beautiful home. And in the back of their mind, they're thinking any day now, that home, they may end up leaving that nice, beautiful home to sleeping in that car. You don't think that works in your mind psychologically? So this here, they said it was coming. It's here. Where is the end in sight? They said, oh, it's going to be layoff last year in 2022. Going to be layoffs to December. Oh, to the first quarter of this year. Let me guess, second quarter too? Wouldn't be surprised. But this right here, the box, many people having to pull up those boxes, not only from their career, but also from where they live. Changes. Again, do not let other people put you in the poorhouse. And they figure, well, I have a college degree. Honey, a college degree is no guarantee. I don't want that job. Good luck. But don't let people put you in the poorhouse. Again, life is very fragile. Anyway, I know this was not going to get a whole lot of views. It's not about that. I just want to get that message out. Okay? So let me know what you think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Be alert, be aware, and just take care of yourself. Try to guard your finances, because guess what? It's really getting hard out there, and I'm out.